Here's a point I'd like to work on today. I know I can't get too close to this, but it's blurry, but quite a bit of mass here. Of course, all the way across. Too thick in the tip. Give this a try. See what happens. Like with everything. I worked on this probably a few months back and just quit. I'd like to thin this down, and I wouldn't mind making it narrower, which is going to happen naturally. I like to keep as much length as possible. This is pretty bad right here. This step, that might be a little bit of a booger for me to get rid of. Well, certainly not off to a dynamic start. That was a little better. Piece off there. There's plenty places to work on this one. That's for sure. Now, you could hear, whoops, excuse me. You could probably hear that pop. Might have been a little different than some of the strikes I take. You can tell, a lot of times you can tell when you get a good hit. Anyway, I took a pretty good piece off. I think it would be nice if I could hang on to things and keep things in the camera here. Got a little bit of mass off of there. You can see the gouge there. Always try to be careful on tips, because of course that's where it can break. Went flying, but it came off. Okay. I'd sure like to get that business off of there. I'll try to send this in at somewhat of an angle. Okay. Got away with that. There's the bump I didn't like. A little bit of thickness off of there. I'll have to be straightening the curve out on there. Here's where I start losing width. I've got to take this curve out of here. It's pretty crazy. Didn't want to turn loose, but it did. Yeah, this thing's got quite a twist to it. Might not be able to make much out of this. Oh, okay. Thought I was going to have a step fracture there, but it came off. a twist to it. I guess I could turn it into a beveled point if I wanted to. Okay, I've definitely made things thinner and narrower. Okay, I was going to say I'd like to send a long one pretty far across there. I didn't say that because I didn't think it would happen, but it did. So that's kind of cool. I had too much thickness here, and that definitely took care of some of that. I often say, for me, this is probably thin enough. I'm not real good at thinning. I can break things. And I'm kind of to that point right now where, for me, this is probably thin enough. See if I can push myself a little further. Try getting another mass off on this side here without breaking it, hopefully. That didn't really travel too well. All right, this is a little rough, but I'm going to look at it and see if I want to make a beveled piece out of it or not. It's thinner than it was. It's just still pretty rough. I'd like to send a flake across here, but it's risky for me on the tip. I'll put a lot of pressure on it and try it. Yeah, I've got a spot right here that's a little too thick. Boy, that's nice and straight on that side, the edge, but this other one isn't. Maybe raise it up. Okay, this thing is twisted and so forth, and I think I'm going to try to work with it. A couple more strikes with this, and then I'll go to the pressure flicker, direct pressure instead of indirect like this. So I'll shut this off for a little bit until I decide what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to raise this edge up a little bit. Might be kind of fruitless, but I'll see. Yeah, I've got myself into a twist here. So I'm trying to do a type of a beveled point where you've got a twist on the thing. Maybe you can see it there. Your head is not something I. Maybe I'll forget the bevel thing. I don't really have the twist, the big twist anymore in there. I mean, there's a little twist, but I straightened it out some. Okay, that's about it. Got rid of some thickness. Now I've got my little surgical pressure flaker here for a tip. Just want to take a little bit off the tip. Don't want to break the tip. Little spark there. So that's sharper than it was.